How's it going, Twitch? My name is Skull, and on behalf of Eastasiasoft, welcome to today's stream. Hi, Andrew. You're here right on time. Today, I am going back to playing, well, this week I'm actually playing two games that are pretty related to each other. Today, I'm playing Electronics Puzzle Lab, and Friday, I'm going to be playing Electronics Puzzle Lab 2. And the reason I'm doing this is to promote the fact that these games are being released, I think this week, as a 2-in-1 bundle. So you get both of them at a discounted price, and you get to play both of them. And guys, I like these games a lot. Hi, Dimlord. Lurk away. Always great to see you, though. Yeah, I had a lot of fun playing these games. It teaches you the basics of electrical engineering. You could think of it as solving logic puzzles. If electronics scare you, if that kind of thing is just too complex for you to figure out, you could think of this instead as a puzzle solving game with logic. And that's basically what electronics, what electricity is. So good luck going through the tutorial again. I guess we'll see if I can or not. Anyway, I have played both of these games to completion, so don't be surprised if both of these streams end up being a bit on the shorter side, but trust me, these are so fun to me. I understand they're not for everyone, but man, I have a blast playing them, so I am proud to come back and play them some more this week. Let's go ahead and hop back into it. So again, since I played these games to completion, I will go ahead and just start at the beginning and work my way through all over again. Start at the very beginning. The battery is a device that stores energy to power other electronic devices. So all you need to do, the switch, an on-off switch is a component that, when activated, allows current to pass through and activates other devices. The LED, a light-emitting diode, is an electronic component that emits light when an electrical current passes through it. I actually have a real-life way that I can demonstrate this right now. My floodlight. So I just turned it off. All I use for my lights in order to turn them on and off is a simple switch, just like that. So, that's basically what's going on. I mean, I don't use a battery. I just have it plugged straight into the wall. But in order to turn it off and on, you just flick the switch. When it's off, the light, the LED, it is an LED light, doesn't get any electricity, so it's off. And when it's on, the LED gets electricity, and there we go. Well, there you go, Dim. I'm glad I could help. How do you use your Nintendo Switch to turn the light on or off? Did you buy it? That's good. On this switchboard, you could have two LEDs. So, yeah. So, you need them both to be on. I love how on level 1, by the way, my record was 0.06 seconds. You could go for fast times down there on the bottom left. It's behind my webcam. I might do that if I end too early. So we want both to turn on. Turn on all LEDs. I mean, it's simple enough. So the more we do this, I will go ahead and zoom in a little. There we go. The more we do this, the more complex things get. So we need to turn on a switch and then turn on another switch beyond that. This is basic electronic logic. You know how computer logic is all ones and zeros? Well, that's what electricity is. It's all ones and zeros. 1 is electricity is on, and 0 is electricity is off. There's 0 electricity. So in order to send electricity, you just flick to the on position, and there you go. Eventually, we're going to get to the logic circuits, and that makes it way more complex. Which means you could do all kinds of complicated things. Lots of really cool things. We're not there. We're not close to there yet, but we will be. So yeah, we want to try and get this tier on every single level. In that case, I am actually going to play through from the beginning. Okay, I need to wait for the tutorial to go away. I'm mashing the square button. How did I do this in 0.06 seconds? Ah, that was 0.3. 0.13. Okay. I want to try and get that top tier. Sorry. I want to try and get that top tier in every single... Wait, it shows me if I have or not. Well, there's quite a few I haven't. Okay, good to know. A buzzer is an electronic device that produces an audible sound when activated. So all we need to do is turn it on, activate the buzzer. Just like that. And I accidentally turned it off because I was mashing too fast. Activate the buzzer and turn on the LED. Oh, that's not going to get annoying at all. Here we go. The NOT gate. It flips the logical state, making the opposite. So what you want is to actually turn electricity off to the NOT gate. And there you go. I wish this would tell me what level I'm on. Turn on the LED. Okay. We want that in the on position, and we want that in the off position. Just like that. The NOT 1 inverts the signal 0. Inverts this. Yeah, okay. So we want this off, just like that. Okay. My best time for that was 0.05 seconds. Man, I got this really fast. Okay, you can see the level number when you first are set up. So this is level 15. No, this one's level 15. Turn on all the LEDs. Okay. And... was that a new record for me, or did I just happen to time my best previous time? Who knows? We need an OR. It's true if any of the inputs are true, so only one of them needs to be true, not both. Turn on all the LEDs. Okay, let's start from the beginning and work our way this way. Easy enough. We have 2 OR gates. And it's that easy. That was level 16. I need to be on the lookout on level 19. That's the first level where I need to start thinking fast. We just did 16, so now we do 17. Or did I just do 17? In any case, that was my fastest time for that. You have 2 OR gates to drive 2 different LEDs. Oh, have I not done this one? Maybe this is one I did. Huh. This is level 19. This is one I need to make sure to start doing fast. Turn on all the red LEDs. Ooh. There we go. The blue LED, when activated, damages the board you are interacting with. Be careful. I mentioned this the first time I played this game. The blue LED was actually really difficult to invent. The people in charge of inventing it actually received a Nobel Prize for inventing the blue LED because it was like a scientific breakthrough that they were able to make it happen. Okay, all to red. Ah, well, that was the blue. We do not want to turn on the blue. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my time on each of these, and then I'm going to go back and get the better metals for each of them. I don't see a reason to rush it, at least not this early. Okay, we want to keep this off. Then we're safe to turn that on. Huh. What did I miss? Turn that off. No, we turned that on. And then that. There we go. Okay. We want to leave that on. Ooh. Wow. Hang on here. I gotta think this through. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I'll just work on getting through the levels first, then I'll work on getting really good times later. Kind of crazy that even though I've got my platinum trophy in this game, there's still a lot left that I can do. That's on. I want to make sure this is off and this is off and that they remain off. I should be safe to click that. There we go. Level 24. Activate all red LEDs. Okay. First thing you want to do is isolate the blue LEDs. So make sure that's left in the off position and that's left in the off position. I think I'm ready to open up. Yep. Okay. Turn that off. Oh no, it rerouted. Nuts. Okay. This one's fine. This one's isolated. This one I've got to figure out. Okay, yeah, no, that's correct. Now I need for that to always be on. And that off. And I think that solves it. Ooh. Not quite. Turn you off. There we go. Nice. Okay, you now have binding jumpers. Oh yeah, and I've got my invisible thing here. You can see my my best time is 3.31 seconds, and now that one is counting down. My invisible drink. Okay, I have a switch. Do I want the switch? Leave that in the off position. We're good. Could turn that one on. No, I can't. I gotta look at this a bit more carefully. Yeah, I do want to isolate that. If electricity gets into this at all, the blue LED is triggered, so no. Leave that on. Never flick this switch, and the blue LED is fine. Okay, so now I should be safe to do that. Okay. This one's isolated. I'm fine. So all I need to do, I think, is turn this off. Okay. Level 26. Okay, isolate the blue LEDs. Ooh, well, cut that bridge first. Leave this in the off position. And I'm... Ooh. I should not have cut that. I needed that. Okay. Do not cut it this time. Oh, but if I do... Oh. Huh. I need electricity to get into here first. Okay, let's do this one at a time. Okay. Then I cut this. Then I turn this on. Okay. That needs to remain isolated. Leave this in the off position, that in the off position. This blue one is isolated, so should be as simple as flicking that switch. Okay. Isolate blue. Okay, no, I want this bridge. Do I? No. No, I don't. Well, I could turn that on to turn that LED on right now. This is fine. Oh. Okay, simple as that. Just flick those 3 switches. Let's see. See, all of a sudden, this is level, like, less than 30, and it's already so complicated, I have to actually look this over. Want to make sure that remains off and that remains off. This blue LED is now completely isolated. I believe all I need to do is cut this wire, and I've got the red one activated. This left side of this is done now. Oh, I want this. Oh, I need to look this over real quick. Okay, that in the off position. This in the on position. Turns that on. How do I activate this? If I turn this off, then that will turn this on. There we go. Okay. Isolate the blue LEDs. There's an order of operations when it comes to troubleshooting electronics. Blue LEDs. Leave this in the off position. That in the off position. This one doesn't matter, actually. This in the off position. This in the off position. And cut this trace. This blue LED is now isolated. This in the off position. And that in the off position. No, that needs to be in the on position at some point, so I need to cut this trace. And I believe that's isolated. Let's put it to the test. Just don't touch that. And finally. Okay. Oh, that was a new top time for me. And I wasn't anywhere close to a rank. Okay. Don't cut this wire unless I first turn this off and that on. Ooh. But I also need... Nope, no, this is right. Okay, turn that off. And then I can cut this. The blue LED is now isolated here. That off isolates that blue LED. So now I can just screw around however I want everywhere else. That's on. And that's on. There we go. I've been playing this for 20 minutes already. Time flies when you're having fun. This is the AND gate. It only produces a true output if all the inputs are also true. So it's not enough to just have one like the OR. You need both. And OR logic. Level 32. So turn that on and that. Sometimes it's a little easier. Okay, and now we gotta worry about the blue LED. It's isolated, so it's as simple as this. I don't know. It just makes logical sense to me. I'm looking at this and I understand it perfectly. Isolate that. And there. 9.99 time. You see that on the top right of the screen? That's funny. I came in under 10 seconds by a frame. Okay, isolate blue. 1, 2. They're isolated. Now I can play around with the rest of this. There we go. That reminds you, Dim? Do tell. Okay, isolate this. Ooh. Oh, this is complicated. Okay, leave that in the opposition. That was the wrong button. Trust me, I have zero interest in 6-7. There we go. Zero interest in 6-7, Dim. Although I say let them have 6-7, it frees up the 6-9 for me to enjoy more. Leave that off. That one's isolated. Leave that off. That one's isolated. Okay. There we go. Hey, came in under 30 seconds. That's a new record, which means I got a nice little rank up. Okay, let's see here. Isolate the blue. That one's isolated. And, that one's isolated, just like that. Okay, now I get to play around. Oh, now I've got this switch, which I could press whenever I want, but only works while it's pressed. Good information. Okay, I want that active, and that active. That's turned on now with this one. On, and bam. Stop talking about the Switch. What? You know who else wishes that people would stop talking about the Switch? Sony. They can't get over the fact that something managed to outsell their PS2. They can't let it go. It's sad, really. Okay. Simple as that. All right. Well, this one's isolated. I gotta be careful of this one. I don't know if I can isolate it. Just don't cut this. And no, just don't cut this wire and I'm fine. I think it's fine. I think it's isolated now. Okay. This one. I need an and. There we go. Hi, Roth Sathi. How are you doing? So, you guys got any Christmas plans? I'm planning on going to the theater tomorrow. I'm going to see Zootopia 2 again. And then I'm going to watch Avatar for the first time. That'll be my day. And then tomorrow night, I'm going to watch the Santa Claus. It is my Christmas tradition to watch the Santa Claus on Christmas Eve, the night before Christmas, before I go to bed. I've been watching a lot of Christmas movies. Yesterday, I watched White Christmas and Muppet Christmas Carol and A Christmas Story. So yeah, I usually have a whole pile of movies. Like, that's not even all that I've seen, but that's just what I watched yesterday. So I usually have like a whole pile of movies that I watch. But it always ends with the Santa Claus on Christmas Eve. Yep, the one with Tim Allen. It's my favorite Christmas movie. Okay. Well, that's annoying. I forgot to flick this switch to turn it off. Okay. That's set now. And so is that one. Okay, now I'm free to do whatever. Oh, I cut the wrong wire. Santa Claus the movie. Oh, I've seen that one. I know what you're talking about. I know exactly what that one is. I haven't seen that one in a long time. Okay, this is on. That's safe. There we go. Santa Sleigh. I've never heard of that, honestly. Is it good? Well, what's it about? Okay, isolate this. Ooh, I'm too scared to isolate that right now. Well, I can at least isolate this one. Blue one over here is isolated. This one I'm nervous about. That's on. And that's on. Okay, I did that right. It's a comedy horror. Oh, fun. I'm fine with comedy horror Christmas movies. I watched Violent Night a few years ago when it came out. It's like Home Alone rated R, but instead of Kevin McAllister, it's Santa Claus fighting off the bad guys. And again, it's like rated R, but it's not one of those gore fest movies or jump scare movies. It's one of those, ew, cool movies. Like, I really enjoyed that. In fact, I asked for a copy of it for Christmas this year. I hope I get it. Okay, let's figure this out here. Oop. Did not look at that enough. Okay, turn this off. Remember, isolate first. Yeah, that's correct. And leave that off. Okay, this one's isolated. And this one's isolated. Okay, now I can go ham. That's on. And I want cut that wire and turn that off. That's on. Now I want to turn this on and that on. There we go. But yeah, I mean, this year was fewer films than usual that I watched over the Christmas season, but I still watched a lot. Oh, and Muppet Christmas Carol. I watched Muppet Christmas Carol yesterday. I mentioned this on Friday, did I? No, I didn't. I mentioned it Sunday that I got a brand new sound system. It's a 3.0 setup. So a center channel and 2 side channels. No subwoofer and nothing in the rear, at least not for now. But even that alone has been amazing. I'm able to get digital sound from Laserdiscs, and it sounds incredible. Like, as good as a Blu-ray. From a Laserdisc that's as old as I am. It was so fun to put in Muppet Christmas Carol and watch it, and oh man, that is such a good movie, by the way. Such a great Christmas movie. Yeah, so yeah, I have a whole pile of Christmas movies that I usually watch every year, and it changes from year to year. Like last year, for example, I watched Elf. This year I didn't, but this year I watched Christmas with the Cranks, and not last year. Laserdiscs are not that old. Well, they stopped making them in the year 1999, so they kind of are. Muppet Christmas Carol came out in the year 92, so it is, in fact, as old as I am. Leave that off. Turn you on. No blue LEDs, so I'm fine doing this. Just like that. And wrong. They stopped in 2001. Yeah, but only in Japan. Essentially in the US, they stopped in 99. I wonder what the latest Laserdisc I have is. I have the Laserdisc for Pokemon, the first movie, which came out in 99. Actually, no, that came out in 2000. No, it came out in 99. What? This is going to bug me. Hang on. That might be the latest Laserdisc that I have. Okay, the Pokemon Laserdisc was released July 18, 1999. But yeah, no, they were invented in 1978, although they were called DiscoVision back then. And then Selectavision, and then finally Laserdiscs. But yeah, Laserdiscs are in fact that old. I mean, 78, that means that the format will be 50 years old here in just a few years. Okay, we want that in the on position, that in the on position. There we go. And, you know, in later years, Laserdiscs were always superior to VHS, always. They're closer to DVD quality. In fact, a lot of late generation Laserdiscs are actually higher quality than a lot of earlier generation DVDs. My TV makes Laserdiscs look pretty darn good. Plus, in the 90s especially, but even as early as the 80s, they included surround sound encoded on the discs. So you plug it into a modern surround sound receiver and it just works. You get everything. It's kind of crazy. Doesn't that boggle your mind a bit? But it's true. Okay, cut this. The blue LED is now isolated. Let me turn you... Ooh. That's why we have the capacitors now. But yeah, I have a few Christmas Laserdiscs that I don't have on a better format. So Muppet Christmas Carol, which also has a song that essentially Laserdisc is the best way of ever seeing the song, because it got cut from most of the later releases. When Love Is Gone, look it up. It's a beautiful song, very sad song though. So I have Muppet Christmas Carol. There's a film called The Preacher's Wife, which is a remake of The Bishop's Wife from the 50s with Cary Grant. Both of which are Christmas movies, and I love both as well. The Bells of St. Mary's. A lot of classic Christmas movies that I own on Laserdisc, and it's the best way I own it. And Laserdisc is still a perfectly valid format. It's usually as good as DVD. Jealous of some of the rare Pokemon stuff you have. I made a video on my channel talking about that Pokemon Laserdisc. It's the one and only time that Pokemon was ever released on a Laserdisc, was that in Japan only. And fun fact, it's the original version of Pokemon the first movie with the original animation and stuff. It's the one and only way to see it. I could talk about this kind of stuff for hours. Okay, I want this. I want to be able to have that charged, so... Ooh. I think I'm safe. No, no, no. I need to isolate that. That is isolate. Okay, I think I'm safe to do this. Turn you on. Okay, I gotta think about this actually. Hang on. If I'm correct, all I need to do is flick this switch, and I win. How far up are the Latios in my favorite Pokemon list? Latios is my second favorite Pokemon of all time, only after Helioptile. Latios, I don't know if it's top 10, but it's easily top 20. Yeah, there were a lot of releases that were Japan only. Laserdisc was never really big anywhere. In Japan, I think at its peak, it still only accounted for only 2% of all home video sales, but that was still its biggest market, so that's where most companies put their releases. And, you know, Japan and North America are both NTSC, so it's not that uncommon for people to just import Laserdiscs from Japan and watch it on their North American televisions, especially back then. Nowadays, of course, there's Blu-ray, which is a much better... it is a much better look than... Ooh, I almost screwed that up. Okay, cut that trace. Okay, this blue LED will never turn on now. But yeah. Oh, hi, Debut Ranger. Yeah, Japan and North America are actually the same Blu-ray region as well. They're both Region A, although most Blu-rays are region-free. It's not terribly common to find region-locked Blu-rays these days. Yeah, long time no see. What are you talking about? I love Charmander. I like Charmeleon a little more, but I like both of them more than Charizard. Yeah, I have a Pioneer Laserdisc player myself. I forget what the exact model is. I have a video on my channel talking about it, on my main YouTube channel. I have a video talking about my Laserdisc player when I picked it up in 2019. I have a video talking about the Pokemon Laserdisc that I own, the one and only time Pokemon ever got a Laserdisc release. So I figure, hey, if I own it, I better actually make a video about it. I have a video showing off my Laserdisc collection as of the beginning of 2024, and it hasn't changed since then either. So, what was the Pioneer? I could just watch the video of me showing it off and see what the model is. It's a Pioneer CLD S104. It's sort of a mid-range Laserdisc player. It doesn't have Toslink out, it doesn't have S-Video, but it plays discs very reliably, and that's what matters to me. Okay, I need to... What do I need to do here? Need to isolate that, so there. And never click this button. Okay, and I am now free to do whatever I want everywhere else. I could leave that in that position. No reason not to. Turn you on. Turn you off. Turn you on. Switch. That turns that on. I've got... Why is this still getting electricity? What? That doesn't make sense. I missed something. There we go. Took me 3.5 minutes because I was busy talking to you guys. Think you might buy this game? Well, we've got a bundle coming up where you can get this and the sequel in one package at a discounted price. If you think you'll like this game, I guarantee you'll like this and the sequel. The sequel is more of this. It's awesome. Just bought 1 and 2. Awesome. Oh, I know this song. This is from Kevin MacLeod. Sad that he started going to Al to make his music. Okay, that just turned on both of those. Don't have to worry about that anymore. Isolate this. That's now isolated. And that's now isolated. On sale. Excellent. Okay, let's see. Nope. That's fine. This whole right side is fine. What do I need to do over here? Turn this on. Turn that on. Turn that on. That. Switch. Give it some juice. There's this one that I've missed. There we go. So it's all digital logic? Yeah, pretty much. It's electronic logic. Which I guess is digital. Ones and zeros. Alright. No, I need to isolate the blue LED. Okay, I need to make sure this never drops its charge. Otherwise, I think I'm safe. Yeah. Okay, this one's turned on as long as I keep flicking the switch back and forth. Went to college for computer engineering, never use any of it now. Isn't that a mood? Okay, now I need to work on this side. There we go. Level 55. Okay. Never let this battery drain. Or this one. As long as I do that, then both blue LEDs are isolated. I'll just remember to switch that one last, turn that on. This needs that on and that there. Yeah, just switch that and that at the very end. Okay, and there's this one as well. Okay, can't find the switches. There they are. How many levels are there in this game? Well, let me check. 90. There's 90 levels total in this game, and then there's another however many there are in the second game as well. Oh, I wish I had paid attention to what level that was. Was that 55? I feel like I've done 55. Well, if that was 55, I'll just do 55 again. That was 55, I'll just do it again. Okay. Oh, I turned on a blue LED? Oh, sure did. Okay. Need to turn that off is what I needed to do. Yeah, it teaches everything. Oh, I must have let the battery drain. I'm trying to do this one fast so I can get a little rank up on it. Okay. On, off, switch, on. Oh, what am I missing? Let the battery drain again. Capacitor drain again. Okay. Try it again. Gotta do this fast. On, off, on. Okay, and then I think it's as simple as switching things. Oh, missed something here. On. Okay. Switch, switch, switch. Oh, no, what did I miss? What did I miss? Oh, the on-off right over there. Okay, I'll get that one this time. I'll get that one first this time. There we go. Whew. There we go. I beat it and I got my tier. Oh no. Man, you need to do this in 10 seconds in order... I need to do it twice that fast in order to get the best possible rank. That's insane. Okay. But yeah, they also teach NAND and NOR, so this is like everything. The entirety of electronic logic is in here. This is the NOR gate. Only if all of its inputs are false. It's the inverse of the OR gate. So you need to turn everything off or it'll be left on, essentially. Yeah, since you know your stuff, Debu, I guess that means you would... This is absolutely the kind of game that you would enjoy. Okay. Cut access to the blue LED, and there we go. So yeah, we always want to make sure... That was the wrong button. Always want to make sure that the blue LED is isolated. There we go. Well, this sounds like the perfect game for you then. Isolate that. Okay, both blue LEDs are isolated. So now we just need to work on turning on everything else. There we go. This is level 61. Okay. This blue LED is isolated. And... so is this one. Alright. Cut that wire. Swap over there. Turn that on. Turn that on. Now I need to get power over here. And boom. Yeah, that is a big advantage, absolutely, Debu. Otherwise, you could spend hours troubleshooting just to find out you got a cold solder joint or something stupid like that. This actually visualizes exactly where stuff is, which is very, very nice. Oh, I didn't isolate a blue. Turn you off. Cut that wire. This blue is now isolated. Oh, I forgot to... I didn't see that one. There's 3 LEDs on this board. Okay. Well, isolate that one first. And that. And There we go. There was no reason for me to do that. Okay, let's see here. That's on. No, there was reason for me to do that. Now I can do that without worrying about the capacitor. Okay. Need to turn you on. And turn you on. There we go. I don't know. To me, it's just, like, I look at it and I just see what I need to do. It's really difficult to explain. Usually I'm not this way, but I'm just analyzing this and it just makes sense to me. It's really hard to explain it any way other than just showing my work, right? Okay, flick that switch later. Or, alternatively, make sure there's always charge in this. Okay, let me just isolate stuff first. This is isolated. Yeah, this is isolated. No, it's not. Hang on. Yeah, it is. Okay. I need to get electricity down here. I need to let that capacitor drain. I'm going to cut this wire. This is now isolated. Turn this on. Okay, that LED is on. If I were to flick that. Don't let this drain. Or I could just do this. There we go. I mean, that's true. Damn, that is true. Okay. Level 64. This blue LED is now isolated, so I can do whatever I want everywhere else. That's on. And I just barely missed out on that. I guess the LED was on for one frame and it counted. I don't think that was the intended solution, but I'll take it. Okay, this blue LED is now isolated. Now I just gotta worry about this one. There we go. It's just a logic puzzle. Yep, that's kind of what I think too. If you don't know anything about electrical engineering, just think of it as a puzzle, as a logic puzzle. That's what it is. These are the NANDs. It only works if both of them are on. And there's multiple ways of doing that. No blue LED, let's just get it over with. 2.5 seconds, yo. Okay, blue LED. It is now isolated. There we go. Yeah, absolutely, Debut. Like this should be a game that is encouraged to be played at schools and stuff that teach this kind of thing. That wasn't it. Debut, can you please explain to me what the difference is between an and an and? Because we've got and here, which requires both to be flowing into it. But we got NAND here, where both are flowing into it, and yet nothing happens. This is now isolated. For and, 1 and 1 equals 1. For NAND, 1 and 1 equals 0. Okay? And the NOR means that 0 and 0 equals 1. This is why you need to pay attention in school, people. It all makes sense. Okay, isolate this. I believe it is. That's the only blue LED, so. Okay. There we go. All right. That one's isolated. And I need to make sure that that is always charged and I do not cut this wire. I need to make sure I don't flick that switch either. There always needs to be electricity going into this. Okay. So flick the switch to end the level. Never flick this one. It's on. Just like that. Okay. Make sure I always have electricity going into this. Like that could work. So never flick this switch, and I think the blue is isolated. There we go. So that left side is a NOR, basically. Yeah, essentially. Okay. Isolate this. 1, 2, 3. This blue LED is isolated. I do not see another one. I'm really quick at this. I mean, the number one thing you got to worry about is don't turn on the blue LEDs. So the first thing you got to do is find all the blue LEDs and isolate them so that no matter what you do, they cannot be turned on. Make that the first thing you do, and then you can just sort of look at everything else and just solve one light at a time. Like if I were to work on this one, I see, okay, going backwards, it's a NOR, which means I've got to... Which means I gotta drain this capacitor, essentially. See, that one's turned on now. Now, if I were to work on this one, it goes through a NOT and then a NAND, which means that two electricities need to be going into that. That's one. Then I work backwards through this. This requires an AND, so turn that on. There you go. It's just puzzle logic. No, I want that off. And I want to give that one more juice. Now I need to work on this one. Electricity in there. Electricity in there. Oh, I missed something. There we go. Okay. 128-bit inputs. My goodness. Never flick this switch and the blue LED is isolated. Essentially. Or this one. Never flick this or this and the blue is isolated. I could do this. Red. Okay, turn that off. Blue is isolated. Turn this off. Blue is isolated. I just need to work over there. This stuff. Just like that. Later, Debut. Thanks for coming in. Oh, cool. Congratulations, Dim. That sounds like a fun little subset to go after. The 7-segment display is a type of display device used to show digits and some alphabetical characters. Light the number 3. It's not a subset. Oh, full set. My mistake. Let's see. Number 3 would look like... that. I wish it would tell you exactly what you need to do in order to make a 3, but it's fine. Light the number 5. Okay, that was easy. Oh, wow, that was really close to my last fast time, too. Just a few milliseconds slower. All right, light the number 4. No blue LEDs. Who makes a display like this? I guess it's good for teaching how this goes, but my goodness. Okay, and then we just need one at the top. Huh. Okay. Okay, number 7. I need to figure out how to light the top segment. That button might do it. Just a hunch. Level 80! Just 10 more to go. And then I'll work on some records. The number 2. Yeah, I want that. Oh, there's a blue LED on this one. Okay. I don't know why I didn't look for one. I guess I just assumed since none of the others had it. Oh, I see. Power sources here. No, I want that. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay, yeah, I want for both of those to be lit. And that. Now I just need to find the top segment. There it is. This is a weird setup for a display, I won't lie. Boy, I'm getting a lot of notifications this stream. Wow. All right. This is the XOR gate. Produces a true output only when one of the inputs is true, but not both. So, yeah. If 1 is on it, then it works. But if 2 or 0 are on it, then it doesn't. So, for example... How many cards are in that set, Tim? Okay, this blue LED is isolated, as is that one. There we go. Ah, my wrist just started hurting out of nowhere. That was weird. Okay. That's isolated. That's isolated. On. I don't even need to turn that one. It's just easy. Level 85. Cut that wire and leave that off. This is isolated, and so is that. Okay. Okay. Simple. Level 86. The XNOR logic gate generates a true output when its two inputs are equal. So both can be on or off. Doesn't matter which way. Really helps it to mesh together with the other electronics. Gives you a lot of flexibility. Level 89. Level 90 is probably going to be super hard, isn't it? That's on. That's off. No, I need that on, so I need another positive through there. Isolate this. Somehow I missed that until now. On. There we go. And level 90. Is this one going to be super hard? My record is 23 seconds on this. That's isolated, and that's isolated, and that's isolated. Okay. I'm almost up to half of the best rank that you could possibly be. Okay, let's go back and select some of these levels to try and get better times. We've got the best possible rank on those. And those. Let's work on level 23. Need to get a time under 10 seconds if we can. Okay, that was under 10 seconds. Some of these are going to be really difficult, if not impossible, to get in under 10 seconds. Okay. That was 15. Problem is I'm going to have to remember every single time exactly what it is that I did. On, off, off, on, off. 10.27, so close. Okay. That was really close. Just a quarter of a second faster and I would have had it. On, off, yeah, I knew I screwed that up. Okay. On, off, on. Okay, I need to take this a little slower so I can get my order of operations down. That on for sure. That off for sure. And that off. And I missed something because... Okay. On, off, off, on. Let's try that. On, off. Nope. Not that order. On, off, off, on. Okay, that was 7.9. I'll take it. And getting records in this is going to be a matter of memorization more than anything. Let's just figure out how to solve this first. No, leave that. Yeah, cut that wire. Well, that was already a pretty good time. Okay, what do I need to do? Cut wire. Turn that on. Let's start with that. Cut wire, turn on, and turn on. Oh, I missed a step. Turn that one on. Okay. Wire on, on. Okay. No. Wire on. Wire on. Okay. Let's work on 27. Wire on. Okay, always cut that wire. Always turn that on. Middle. Left. Okay. I think I can do that one pretty fast. Wire on, middle, left. That one's pretty fast. Okay. Oop. Looking at this next. Nope, that... I didn't mean to... Okay. Select next level, which is 28. All right. Off, off. Off. cut, off, on. Off, 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 on, cut, off. That wasn't even my best time. Wow, okay. Must have missed some. I must be overcomplicating this. There must be an easier solution. Cut, off, off, on, off. That's it? Okay. Next level. Ooh, boy. Cut, off. Okay. That's a good start. Cut, off. That's isolated. Off, cut, that's isolated. On, on, on. On. Oh, this one's going to take a while. Try and get the pattern down. I might do like 29 and 30 and call it a day because this will take me a while. Basically cut every wire on. That one, okay. That, on. 10 seconds flat. 10 seconds flat. Holy cow. Wait, did that count? Does that actually give it to me? Whoop, that's the wrong one. Where was it? The OR gate. No! I need 9.9. Are you kidding? I got 10 seconds flat. I got 10 seconds flat. 1 millisecond between me and my next rank up. Okay. Off, on, da, 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 da. Man, how did I do it so fast that one time? Cut that, cut that, that, and that. Wrong one. Okay. Let's go in a circle here. That first, then that. Cut this. Cut that. On. That's 9.3 seconds. I'll take that. That still wasn't the cleanest that it could have been, but I'll take it. Okay, level 30. Let's see how long this one takes. No, I do not want to cut that until later, I think. In that order. Okay. Off, cut, on. Off, cut, on. Let's do it that. I wish there was a button to just quick reset. Okay, yeah, new order of operations is needed. Okay. I'm getting there. 11 and a half. I can shave off another second and a half somewhere. Just did. Nice. I'll try playing one of these. I'll play these last two levels, see if I can't get better times in them. XOR. Of course, now I can't remember what the logic is of these things. Okay, try that again. It's the blue LED I'm worried about. Off, cut, on, and off, on. That's the exact same time. Okay. Cut, off, on. Oh man. I think I shaved off 1 millisecond. Man, that feels sluggish. I've got to find the order of operations. I got to find the way of doing this. Seven and a half. I'll take that. That's under 10 seconds. And here we go. Final level. Off, off. Okay, first thing I do is flick those two off and cut this wire. Okay. First thing I do is off, wire. $9.22, I'll take it. Yeah. Now, there's still a lot of levels that I do not have the best rank possible. I don't know how some of these are beatable in under 10 seconds, but anyway. I'm just going to stop there. I played through the whole game again. I really liked it. And I got a lot of improved times, too, across the board. So, I'm pretty happy with just ending it here. Guys, Electronics Puzzle Lab, we got a bundle 1 and 2. Get them together at a discounted price. Even if you don't like electronics or electrical engineering, if you like logic puzzles, this is a tremendous game. I really enjoy playing this. And I'm going to be back on Friday, the day after Christmas, when I'll be playing Electronics Puzzle Lab 2. So be sure you come out for that. Well, that's going to bring our stream to an end. I'm sorry we didn't have a Christmas-themed game for you guys this year, but, well, you could always get this game and gift it to someone else. That would be Christmassy. Thank you to Dimlord, Anduriah, Rossathi, and Debut Ranger for being here. Shout out to the lurkers. No bot today. I am disappointed. Shout out to the lurkers, and shout out to everyone watching on YouTube afterwards. Again, Electronics Puzzle Lab 1 and 2. There's a bundle available at a discounted price, so go get it. On behalf of East Asia Soft, I have been Skull. Have yourselves a great day and a great week, a Merry Christmas and a Happy Holidays, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.